Good morning, traders. I'm Ricky Gaspard. I am your host, and God bless. Hope you have a beautiful trading day today. We are sorted by volume this morning. I'm going to be watching for those that are trading the most, and we'll be watching for this volume spike to occur. Once we see a volume spike, we'll confirm that the current bar volume is flowing highly. We want to see lots of buyers and sellers in the volume. We'll be watching this moving average. This is the 34. If we can stay above 29.20 on GME and above the moving average, it may go up. It's yet to be determined. So when the spike goes up, you'll see me marking resistance lines, and when it stops pulling back, I'll be marking support levels. You want to plan your entry down here on the support level, providing we have green dominator bars showing in the dominator master, and that this indicator of my blessing is pointing north as much as possible. Never trade off of my screen. My screen is sometimes delayed. Delays can cost you money. Don't trade on any of the things that I say or any of the actions that you hear me speak. I'm here to teach indicators. I don't teach trading, but I will show you how to use these indicators and where the entry levels are. So before you do any trading, reach out to a professional financial advisor to get the proper information before you use any of these tools or indicators you see in this live stream. And I thank you for joining me this morning as we go through another pre-market session. Hopefully it won't be as bad as yesterday. Yesterday was a tough one. I made about $84, I believe, and that wasn't nearly enough for me, but I'm okay with it. At least I wasn't red. We have about 10 seconds to go. Let's see where this GME stock goes, and good luck in your trading. We head in the right direction here. I may just sit on 100 shares of it. Keep an eye on it throughout the day. It's not my typical scalping move, but we will see. I'm watching for volume spikes up here to see if we get any. This one is moving slowly. Another penny stock, SRFM. May not get any action out of GME till the regular session, but I have it on another monitor. On a chart, I'll keep an eye on it as we go through this pre-market. I would like to see the volume pick up quite a bit before getting into this stock. Make sure the traders are interested. MICS. Volume's not real high, but it is moving. They're not attacking it like I like to see it. There was only 28,000 in that last trade, that last candle. See if the buyers find it and drive it up. There we go, up for 20 cents. I didn't get a chance to to mark a pullback. We didn't have a pullback. Other investors have now found it. If you bought this stock when I first showed it, you should be taking profit. Some of it anyway. If you want to sit on some, that's fine. Looks like the buyers are now coming in. We went from 28,000 on the last candle to over 100,000 on this one. Pushing up, will we get a new high here? Let's see, I'm watching the dominator bars. I'd like to see some tall green bars right down here. That means more buyers are coming in to push it up. Red dominator bar, they are taking profits. Be cautious this morning with yesterday's negativity in the market. They're going to be taking profits faster. They're not going to sit on it while it's up there. They're going to take profit when they can. So buying and holding in pre-market is not a thing. MICS now pulling back. Let's see if this is a pullback. I'll mark the resistance level there. When this candle closes, I will mark the support level. We always plan our entry at the support level, providing we have green dominator bars down below coming back in. Waiting on this candle to close. Watch for a long wick on the bottom of this candle. That would be the buyers coming back in to buy it up. If not, we may continue in the downward spiral. That candle did close. Let's see if the buyers come back in and push it up, or do they continue to sell off? Watching for green dominator bars. Doesn't look like we have much buyers interested in this one. There's a green dominator bar. Will they drive it up and retest that 250? Looks like if you didn't buy the green candles, you missed out on this one. I did not buy it, to be honest with you. Lord help us, we need some plays this morning. Looks like a few buyers are coming in. I see 3 green dominator bars down at the bottom. Going to go up and retest that 250 for 20 cents. Nice tall dominator bar. Seeing a lot of red in time and sales. It may pull back here. Good job, Fumagoo. I better go back to GME. It's spiking up. So this morning's GME update was pretty much spot on. I am not going to chase these green candles. I'm going to wait on a pullback before I decide to get that 100 shares. Going to see how strong this pre-market run is. Looks like GME's holding this price range nicely. You're not going to see a bunch of moving up and down quickly in this stock at its price. It's not a penny stock. They're not going to drop all the shares on you and give you a 4-inch red candle. If they do, I would be surprised. Would be nice to catch it on a pullback to that 34 EMA. Going to change my sorting to the volume spike, bring them up to the tops. If we can't catch anything this morning, it seems to be quite dead. So I'll be watching all of these numbers for them to be increasing. I want to catch those numbers as quick as I can before the other traders find it. Hopefully establish a position before they do. Looks like GME may keep going. Well, I can tell school's out, people are taking vacations, traders are barely present. That's probably what we're going through right now is the summer months. They're always quite slow, but I'll be digging around in the market, try to keep us going. Well, well, will I get my pullback? Just remember, 100 shares is $100. If this goes up $1, it's already up from 29.40. We'll just call it 29.40 to almost 30.40 for almost $1 gain. If you had 100 shares, you're close to $100 profit. Yeah, it may not give me a chance to get in. It has to pull back. There's going to be profit takers here soon. And it could make a liar out of me and just keep on going. There's not many sellers involved. I'm watching level 2 on this stock. I think all of the shorts may be scared that this thing's going to rocket right back up into the $50 range. So Roaring Kitty's probably purring this morning. That guy's pretty smart. He knew to hold the shares. He knew that when this 75 million share offering was over, the stock would recover some. He's not a dummy. He wouldn't have that much money in there if he was. Well, no pullbacks as of yet. May continue to run. Lots of green dominator bars. That ought to tell you something right there. So we are up at that dollar profit. There's a pullback right there. Let's see if I can get a piece of it. If it pulls back further. I'd really like to enter in on the 34 EMA if it's possible. Continuing to go. Pull back to 30.40. Very little sellers present. That was just profit takers continuing to go. And if I don't get in, I'm going to lose some money here, I think. Come on, pull back for me. I'm going to wait. I have the patience. If I miss it, I miss it. But I want a good entry on it. Looks like the volume has died back down. That's a good sign for me. Maybe some profit takers will pull it back down to the 34. I really think the play is going to be at market open on GME. I'd like to have an established position before then. So I'll wait. Looks like my pullback I should have took. Back up to 30.50. See green dominator bars starting to build again. My blessing indicator starting to point north. That's this indicator right here. Watching volume spikes while I dream about GME. WHLR moving up. It's paying nickels compared to GME. You have to watch for these subtle movements in these lines of volume spikes, pushing up higher to 329. See if we get a pullback on it to get an entry. A lot of sellers up there to 330 range. No pullback, I'm thinking. Maybe this is it. I'll mark resistance up there. When this candle closes, I will mark support. That's where you want to plan your entry for the bounce back up. Looks like it may be a 20-cent bounce if it does. Watch for a long wick on the bottom of this candle. That would be the buyers buying up what they're selling. Continuing to pull back a little. There's the close of that candle. Let's see if we get some green dominator bars to come in. Let's see if we can push it back up there. Wait for the green bars. Don't just jump into this stock right here. We want to make sure the buyers are coming back in. Here they come. Pushing on up, breaking through that 348 up to 360. You would have had to been faster than a Roadrunner to catch that one. It may go up and retest that 360. GME's continuing to pull back. It's doing what I want it to do. Looks like this one's gonna not do what we want it to do so far. So you would have had to catch that bounce off of 330 and hopefully catch as much of it as you did as it rose. It was a quick movement and back down. Take a quick look at GME. GME is in the magic scan already this morning. So if GME respects the 34 and doesn't break below it, I'm going to take a position. Looks like we are. I'm going to take it here. I'll give it a stop loss of about $100. If I don't make anything, I'll take the loss. It's worth the risk. Back to watching the volume spikes. I'm not seeing anything currently. Hey Rick, you can't place one in pre-market. You have to visually do it. So if GME takes off, I'll probably add 100 shares on each pullback to the 34. That's how I plan on playing it. Not seeing any volume spikes currently. Enjoy your coffee as we wait on another play. Nice job, YouTube. Another stock to keep an eye on is AFRM, Affirm. They say by the end of the year they're going to be on every Apple phone. If that happens, the stock could take off. GME slowly coming up off of that 34. So if you got in down there at the 34 like I did, you should be up about 30 bucks, 27, somewhere around there. And if you got in with 1,000 shares, you're up $300 around there, 270 to 300. I like the 34 starting to point upwards for an upwards trend. I'm going to play it at each time it pulls back to the 34. So we should run up higher than the recent high, and the 34 should follow it up. Pre-market's pretty slow for this stock. Hopefully we're up quite a bit by the time market opens. So if it drops at open, we can get out close to break even if that happens. I'd like to see it pull up to about 31, 31.50. before the market opens. Blue sky, you can't place a stop loss in pre-market. You have to visually watch it. And I would say if it pulls down below the 34, that's probably your first indication that you may need to get out. Good morning, Jimmy. If you haven't read my announcement over my posting over in announcements, you need to do so about GME. And announcements over on Discord. And we did break above that 29.20 when I put that announcement out. That's what I want to see. Let's go, baby. Get them sellers out of the way. Get those ones that don't know how to hold on out of the way. Thank you, Jimmy. Need these profit takers to get out of here and hang on. Jimmy, I hope you're doing much better now. Let's go, GME. Get up there. We got to hold on to you through the reports this morning coming out. Thank you, A. Rick. Pushing on up. I even walked you through the entry this morning. Hopefully, you took an advantage of it. It had already run up. I did not take a position in this area. My suggestions was wait till it pulled back to the 34 to get in. So we entered about here. And now we are running up. If you got in when I did, you should be up about $75 already on 100 shares. 77, 79. It almost looks like the profit takers are just taking anything that it gives them. 50 bucks, 40 bucks, 30 bucks. If they would just hang on, it wouldn't pull back. Profit takers. It's going to catch the eye of other investors if we keep going, and everybody will pile on board. Hopefully, we don't have somebody holding a bunch of shares and drop them all at once. Long wick on the bottom, that means the buyers are buying up what they're selling. Keep the momentum going. Nice job, Rick. I thought about doing 1,000 shares, but it was pulling back at that time, and that kind of talked you out of it. I think the smart play would be to let it rise, and each time it pulls back to the 34, if it doesn't go below it, add 100 or 200, whatever you can afford. Hey, Rick, you can turn those off if you want to. You want me to tell you how to do it? You love to sell them that bell of money. That's what I call it. I turned mine off because it'd be feeding it the noise all to all of you. So I'm just watching for white arrows. It's the 34 EMA. Nothing else to look at. We might as well just keep watching GME, watch the dollars add up. Pushing up a little more now. So if you bought 1,000 shares at my entry level, you're up 740, maybe 780, depending on where you got in. If you're watching the tick chart on here, it looks quite nice. That's the tick chart right there, staying above the 34. That's the 133 tick. Rob, you just have to accept the thought that you're either going to win or lose. You're not going to win on every trade. You're always going to have some losses. Pulling down to that 34, I may add here. See how it responds first off of the 34. I'm watching the tick chart to see if it turns green. Now I'm up in profit, not by much. If we drop down below the 34, I'm going to hang on unless my profit gets down close to zero, then I will get out. So I have some swinging room there. Going to add that 100. Nice tall dominator bar. Nice recovery. That pretty much doubled my income on this one. Nice push. I'm going to take $100, 100 shares worth of profit and get back in on the next pullback. I'm going to lock it in as I go. Nice push upwards. Looks like they're going to pull it back. I'm going to take the other 100 out and catch it back on a pullback. Hopefully we can play it all day long on pullbacks. Thank you, John. That's one of the tools that was under your nose the whole time. You just didn't know about it until I mentioned it. And you add those pullback arrows to it, and it's dynamite. So if you look at this stock and every time you got a white arrow you bought in, you're continually making profit all the way up. Pushing up even higher. Come on, don't make me feel sorry I didn't hold it. Give me a pullback. We'll probably start consolidating in this area, just moving to the right. Looking at the tick chart to determine that, you can see we have, well, let me get it over there. On the tick chart, we have this high here that you don't see on a 1 minute chart. And it became resistance on the tick chart. YouTube, I'm letting you guys hang on there for a little while, but I will have to cut you off shortly. Let's see if we can break that 3170. That's the line I drew on the tick chart. Looks like we are going to consolidate at this area. I'm not going to get back in until we're back down to the 34. WHLR making another move. We didn't get a pullback play on it earlier. It just continued to fall, but it looks like it's working its way back up. We are at the 350 level resistance. We may see a pullback here. There's the pullback. Let's see if it goes down to that 330 area. I still have an eye on GME on my other monitors. Not too promising on this one. We are at the 34. Let me see the response off of it. Watching the dominator bars to see if the buyers start adding to their position. I'm also watching the tick chart for green candles to start coming in. Now you see why I took profit back there when it was around 31.70. Start over, get a new entry price at a lower bargain. Remember what I said, if we drop down below the 34 and you feel uncomfortable with it, take your profit. You can give it a little slack here. It's not moving too fast. We haven't seen those big dominating red candles yet. Waiting on the tick chart to turn around. It has not turned around yet. Come on, tick chart. You can do it. Green bar in tick chart. I'm using the 133. Here we go. Looks like we're going to get back up there. I'm going to chance it again, see if we can push through. Would like to see if it'll go back up there and test that 3170 again. We need some volume, like the volume's dying out on it. Let's go. Pushing up again. I'm going to take profit here until we get some volume back into GME. I'm not liking that the volume is so low and somebody can drop a bunch of shares and it would really just drop the price drastically. We don't have the volume to support the price. It may go back up to that 31.70 slowly over time, but we need a lot more volume in this stock. That's what I'm talking about. That was just a small sell. The 5,000 shares dropped it down about 20 cents. Well, not 20 cents, but 8 cents. Kissing the 34 again. Yeah, CPI report in 4 minutes. I'll let you use your better judgment. Do you hang on to it here with the CPI coming out, or do you take your profits and run? I'm clean. I'm out of it. I'm back to cash. All right, YouTubers, I'm going to let you go at this point. I appreciate you joining me this morning. If you haven't hit the like button on the YouTube live stream, please do so. It pays me a little bit of money, helps me to keep YouTube for free for 1 hour each morning. Hope you enjoyed this morning's session. If you want to join us, you can click the banner at the top of where you type in the chat. That white and yellow, join our Discord channel, upgrade to a premium membership, and come make some money with us. I appreciate you joining me this morning, and as always, God bless. Hope you enjoyed it. Goodbye.